90s television for millennials is held in a special regard. The TV shows of this decade helped mold our views, sense of humor, and ways of everyday life. From shows like Pokemon to Fresh Prince, the 90s was filled with memorable television. So in this video, we put together a list of the top 7 90s TV shows for millennials. My name is Key, and this is the Culture Review. Friends is the show that everyone has seen at least 2 episodes of. Even if you aren't particularly fond of the show, you know the cultural impact that the show had.
Limerick of some kind?
That said, it was my sandwich.
Now calm down. Come look in my office. Some of it may still be in the trash.
This show set expectations for life in your 20s. It is our best example of an ensemble cast television show. Every actor represented a total different personality that you would encounter in a group of friends.
There you go, enjoy your coffee.
I was there when I got here.
It is a little weird how they're in New York and I can only think of maybe 2 black people that were on the show, but you can't deny the cultural impact.
Isn't that funny? Irony.
Shows like Will and Grace, The Big Bang Theory, or How I Met Your Mother definitely owe a lot to a show like Friends. Now for a more realistic viewing of New York City living for the cool 20-something, Living Single had this in spades. With strong lead female characters like Queen Latifah's Khadijah, a magazine entrepreneur, or Erica Alexander's character Maxine, who was a young lawyer, it was impossible to watch an episode and not want to join in the fun.
No, Max, tell me that's not Skittles in your cereal. Come on, Khadijah, that's disgusting. This is M&M's, all right?
The cast had chemistry that was off the charts. Shows today like Insecure draw influences from the same successful formula that was shown.
Well, it's nothing to throw a parade over. So, what's with all the confetti? Max, you know he boiled your potato?
The show was also littered with guest appearances from the likes of Shamar Moore, Morris Chestnut, Heavy D, TLC, and legends like Eartha Kitt, just to name a few. Living Single was definitely a must-watch for any millennial.
To hurt you.
Alicia, Max drugged you. Shut up. She gave you tranquilizers.
Okay, you shut your home, Mitchie. I mean, was it that?
With the number 5 spot, we have The Simpsons. Full of dysfunction and love, this show is a glimpse into the life of the common American family. The 90s represents the golden age of The Simpsons, considering that most fans would agree that the quality of the show has gone down after season 10.
What a ripoff. I bust my butt day in and day out.
You're late for work, Homer.
So someone will punch in for me.
To believe that this is some sort of a magic xylophone or something? Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that one.
There's pretty much no adult-themed animated show that hasn't been inspired by The Simpsons. From highbrow concepts like cutaways from Family Guy,
Lie in the snow and count to 60. Yeah. Merry Christmas, suckers.
to actual plot lines.
Why didn't you tell me the Simpsons already did that?
You seem so proud, I didn't want to bum you out.
Stupid Simpsons.
The Simpsons always had a special place in pop culture, so much so that guest stars include members of Hollywood royalty, like rock band Aerosmith, King of Soul James Brown, and the King of Pop Michael Jackson.
No, that thing with your feet.
Here, look, just raise your heel a bit. Put a little pressure on the ball of your foot.
The Simpsons is definitely one, if not the most 90s television shows of all time.
Son, come here. Of course I'm not mad. If something's hard to do, then it's not worth doing. You just stick that guitar in the closet next to your shortwave radio, your karate outfit, and your unicycle, and we'll go inside and watch TV.
What's on?
It doesn't matter.
Boy Meets World follows the life of Corey Matthews as each episode gives him a lesson about the world around him. He isn't alone in this journey, however. His best friend Sean and girlfriend and eventual wife Topanga, they're with him every step of the way. The show begins at adolescence as young Corey gains insight on life's growing pains, like liking your first girl, getting your first kiss, getting rejected, and getting in trouble for things like drinking.
And I made Sean drink. Because I didn't want to be alone.
It wasn't just about these three kids, however. School teacher Mr. Thingy delivered some of the most powerful messages to the audience.
Dream. Try.
All in all, any millennial can watch Boy Meets World and see just a regular TV show, but most will see the closest thing to a roadmap preparing you for life's journey.
I love you all. Class dismissed.
Rugrats is probably the one show that you never heard someone have bad words about. We all watched it. It was the flagship cartoon on Nickelodeon, and it deserved it. With the lead character like Tommy Pickles being the literal representation of bravery, we all wanted to be a little bit more like him.
This playground is for good kids who get along and play nice.
There was also twins Phil and Lil, who loved all things gross, Angelica, who served as the baby's villain, Susie Carmichael, who was the exact opposite of Angelica, and Chucky, Tommy's best friend, who was scared of pretty much everything.
Hiya, Chucky.
We all remember the orange cassette tapes that came inside of all the VHS releases of Nickelodeon movies. Some might even play the video game or worn the watches that came with the Burger King kids meal. Either way, there's no denying the impact that Rugrats had on the culture.
We heard the whole thing, Angelica.
So you broke the lamp, young lady. Well, you can just sit in the kitchen with us until your father gets back.
Now this is a story all about...
Now we have reached the pinnacle of the 90s. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air stars Will Smith as a fictionalized version of himself in this classic fish-out-of-water style comedy. Will had to leave his home of West Philadelphia and travel across the country to Bel-Air for a chance at a better life.
Hey, yo, I ain't know so many brothers living in this neighborhood. We doing all right, huh?
Uncle Phil was a top-tier TV dad. Aunt Viv, Hillary, Carlton, and Ashley all rounded out the cast to keep Will on his toes. Fresh Prince did an amazing job with the balancing act of hard-hitting topics and hilarious moments. Everything from moments about deadbeat fathers,
How come you don't want me, man?
to the Carlton dance. The Fresh Prince did everything with style. Now, whether you're a fan of dark-skinned Aunt Viv or light-skinned Aunt Viv, anytime you're in the need for a fix of the 90s, this show will deliver the entertainment needed.
There's something different about you.
Now, the 90s had a ton of great shows, so everything couldn't make the list. But here goes some honorable mentions.
That is a beautiful sight.
Just wanted to say thank you to both of you.
Well, we didn't really do that much, Brent. I'm just, sorry.
No show is more of the era and culturally impacting than Martin. Everything from the clothing, language, topics, and joking material are a time capsule of the 90s that is somehow just as entertaining today. The show stars Martin Lawrence as Martin Payne, a loud and carefree radio host in Detroit. It was an updated model of the Jeffersons, with Martin being an alpha male who actually isn't as mean as he leads on to be.
Boy, give me love. All right.
And it wasn't just all about Martin either. The rest of the cast was amazing. Tisha Campbell's portrayal of Gina, the voice of reason and spouse to Martin, was more than exceptional. Then you had Pam, Cole, and Tommy to round out the cast. Everything about this crew was relatable. They had the perfect blend of professionalism and dysfunction. Martin also played a wide array of characters, from Karate Master Dragonfly Jones, Ladies' Man Jerome, and most famous, Shanae. Based on pure entertainment value and a quality that never takes a dip, Martin is the definitive 90s show for a millennial. Man, this list was tough. Did I get it right? Let me know in the comments. Also, give us a like and subscribe if you're new. My name is Key, and this has been The Culture Reviewed.